Did you know that the brain processes about 6,000 thoughts per day? Now imagine your brain as a massive group chat, except it never sleeps. Everyone's shouting, and most of them are just rehashing the same argument from last Tuesday. That's overthinking. And here's the thing, overthinking isn't just annoying, it's exhausting. It hijacks your peace, drains your energy, and pretends it's being productive, when really it's just hitting the same mental replay button over and over again. But here's the truth that most people don't realize. Overthinking is not a thinking problem. It's a control problem. Your brain is trying to predict, prevent, or perfect the future because it doesn't feel safe in the present. So it spirals. What if I fail? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I miss my chance? Hi, I'm Sticko, and in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how to disarm that spiral. Not by stopping thoughts, but by changing your relationship with them. Chapter 1. Name it to tame it. Here's what happens when you overthink. Your amygdala is the emotional alarm center. It's fast, primitive, and highly sensitive. Its job is to scan for danger and keep you safe. Thousands of years ago, that meant spotting wild animals or enemy tribes. Today, it might mean a weird tone in someone's voice or an unanswered text message. Your amygdala doesn't know the difference. It just detects a threat. So it sends out a full body alert. Heart rate goes up, breathing gets shallow, muscles tighten. Your body prepares for survival, even when the danger is purely imagined. The signal says something is wrong. Pay attention. Fix it. That's when your prefrontal cortex steps in. This is the rational part of your brain, the planner, the problem solver. It hears the alarm and does exactly what it's designed to do. It tries to figure things out. It starts asking questions. What happened? What could happen? What should I do? Except there's often no solvable problem, just vague uncertainty. So what does your brain do? It loops. Now, the fastest way out is surprisingly simple. Label what's happening. Say it out loud if you can. I'm overthinking right now. That small act does something big. It shifts your activity from your emotional brain to your rational brain. It moves the spotlight away from the alarm and towards the observer. And just like that, you've created a little space between you and the thought. Think of your mind like a web browser. Every anxious thought opens a new tab. That weird email? One tab. That thing you said last week? Another tab. That imaginary future where everything goes wrong? At least 5 more tabs. Now your mental RAM is maxed out. Everything slows down, nothing loads, the system crashes. Labeling the moment is like pressing Control W. Sure, it doesn't solve everything right away, but it stops the spiral from adding more tabs. It closes the loop just enough for you to take a breath. Chapter 2. Engage the body. Exit the loop. Overthinking lives in your head, but the way out starts with your body. When you're mentally stuck, your nervous system often slips into freeze mode. Muscles tighten, breaths shorten, everything locks up. You're not thinking clearly because your body feels like it's bracing for impact. The quickest way to break that cycle is to move. Try 10 jumping jacks. Take a brisk walk. Shake out your arms for 30 seconds like a wind-up toy on its last battery. It doesn't matter what you choose. What matters is sending your brain a different signal. One that says, we're not stuck, we're in motion, we're okay. Movement resets your sensory system, recalibrates your focus, and loosens the grip of that mental tension. It's not exercise for fitness, it's movement for clarity. Like slipping out of gridlock onto a side street. Even a small shift helps you find your way forward. Chapter 3. Shift from thought to task. Your brain loves closure. When you leave thoughts unfinished, it keeps poking you like a kid in the back seat. But what about this? What if this happens? Have you considered this completely imaginary scenario? Here's the fix. Switch from analysis to action. Any action. Ask, what's the one tiny thing I can do about this right now? Maybe it's writing an email. Maybe it's journaling a messy sentence. Maybe it's setting a reminder for tomorrow. Even the smallest action gives your brain the closure it craves. You don't have to finish the whole thing. Just give the mind evidence that something is being handled. You're not solving everything. You're solving for the loop. Chapter 4. Zoom out with a 5-year frame. Overthinking feels enormous because your brain is zoomed all the way in. Like you're staring at one sentence in a novel and panicking that the story doesn't make sense. Here's the reframe. Ask yourself, will this matter in 5 days, 5 months, 5 years? This is called temporal distancing. It's a cognitive strategy that activates the brain's higher reasoning functions. Most of what you overthink won't even be a memory in a few months. Zooming out reminds you this isn't your whole life. It's just a sentence in one chapter of one season. Your story is bigger, and your brain needs that reminder. Chapter 5. Practice the thought parking lot. When your mind keeps spinning, it's usually trying to do something helpful. Hold on to information, prevent future mistakes, or plan for what might go wrong. But without direction, all of that effort turns into noise. So give the thoughts a place to go. Open a notebook on your Notes app. Label it something simple like Thought Parking Lot. Then unload everything that's bouncing around in your head. Don't edit, don't organize, just get it out, like emptying a bag of groceries onto the table. This does two powerful things. First, it gets the thoughts out of your working memory, which frees up mental space. Second, it tells your brain these are stored safely. We'll come back if we need to. No need to keep holding them all at once. You can even add that calendar reminder to review this list later if it feels important. You're not trying to suppress anything, you're giving it structure. And structure brings relief. Chapter 6. Talk to yourself like you would a friend. Quick question. Would you ever say to a friend, "Wow, you really messed that up. Everyone probably thinks you're a disaster." No. Then why do you say it to yourself? Overthinking often includes self-bullying disguised as analysis. Try this shift. Use third-person self-talk. Instead of, "I don't know what to do," say, "Jamie is figuring it out. They've handled hard things before. They're learning." This subtle pronoun shift helps you access the rational, compassionate advisor part of your brain, the one that easily gives advice to friends but forgets to be kind to you. Your inner voice shapes your inner world. Speak gently. Speak wisely. Chapter 7. Close the loop with self-trust. Overthinking survives on the lie that you won't know what to do when the moment comes. But look back. Haven't you figured out every unfigure-outable thing so far? Didn't you make it through every "I can handle this" moment? Self-trust is the medicine that overthinking fears. Because once you believe in your future ability to respond, you don't need to mentally rehearse every disaster. So say this out loud if you can. "I don't need all the answers right now. I trust myself to handle things as they come." Then breathe deeply. That's not an affirmation. That's evidence. Chapter 8. Use the 10-minute rule. If you take away just one thing, let it be this. You don't have to shut down the spiral forever. You just need to interrupt it for 10 minutes. Set a timer. Pick one thing, just one. Move your body. Write in your thought journal. Tackle a tiny task. Do something kind for someone else. Or breathe while listening to music that calms you. That pause is powerful because the spiral feeds on momentum. It wants you to keep thinking, analyzing, spinning. But when you pause, on purpose, you remind your brain of something it forgets in the chaos. We're not stuck. We're not helpless. We're moving forward. And sometimes that's all it takes. Closing. You don't overcome overthinking by becoming emotionless. You overcome it by becoming aware, present, and kind to yourself in the moment. That's it. Your mind will try to complicate this. That's what it does. It spins, it spirals, it loves drama. But you don't have to play along. All you have to do is remember this. You're allowed to stop thinking and just be, even for a minute, especially for a minute. That's not giving up. That's reclaiming peace. And the peace you build today, it'll find you again, exactly when you need it most.